Everyone wants to be the person that carries the team, the one to pull off the insane clutches and make all the e-girls and Discord kittens want them by showing off those 4Ks and 20 kill badges. And while every legend has the capability to carry a team, there are a few that offer a lot easier of a time doing so. So hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest, 8 Second Gaming, and today I'm going to be breaking down 4 of the best solo carry legends in Apex. But while having the right legend that complements your playstyle to carry is huge, you're also going to need some solid fundamentals. And guys, there is literally no better place to learn those important fundamentals than the GameLeap website. Over there we have our top level coaches creating the most highly informative guides, all aimed at making you the best Apex player you can possibly be. So if you guys are really looking to improve your Apex skills, click the link in the description, pick yourself up a membership, or I'll unpath your finder. Okay, but now getting back into solo carry legends, what makes them good at solo carrying teams? Well, mainly they have to have solid abilities that help them in fights with mobility. Having mobility in fights is insanely important, and a lot of players really underestimate it. Having the ability to reposition a fight is one of the most important things you'll need to learn as a solo carry. Teams will have a lot harder of a time pinning you down. You can just create a ton of space and you can juke out a lot of players very easily with the right mobility options. Okay, so now that we have that covered, let's hop right into legend number 1, and that's going to be my boy Octane. Octane easily jumps his way onto this list with the amount of movement he has. His entire kit is built around going fast and killing anyone who stands in the way of you going fast. This daredevil makes it nearly impossible for a team to pin him down. The jump pad is still a very good tool for jumping in and out of fights. While it did receive some nerfs and teams can easily hear you when you use it, if you're playing the Tane, you really don't care if people hear you coming because you want them to look you in the eyes as you fly full speed at them. You want to see that terror. And how could anyone forget about his stim? This makes you so slippery and hard to hit with a proper strafe, it's not even funny. If you are able to master stim strafing, you will be able to turn fights in the blink of an eye, even while you're down health. Apex has projectile-based weapons, meaning that they have travel time. With that travel time, it is actually possible to dip in between someone's shots, and Octane Stim makes it a lot easier to do that. So like I said, getting that stim strafe down will make you a lot harder to kill, and if you're harder to kill, you're able to carry fights. Okay, but now moving on to our next legend, it's the one that everyone associates sweating with, and of course that's Wraith. Wraith has always been the go-to legend for carrying since the game came out. Now while she has seen a bit of a fall in the meta, she is still very strong. Don't let pick rates fool you, she is still very capable of carrying teams to some awesome wins. Wraith's kit allows you to take some seriously aggressive angles in order to push the boundaries of fights. Her tactical is basically a get out of jail free card, so you are able to really get away with a lot, and other legends wouldn't be able to play the space that she is able to play. She is a very strong pick for players who sometimes forget how far they've wandered away from their team. And while this is a solo carry legend list, you're gonna want to have a team nearby. It's still a smart idea to play with your team. So if you're the type to wander off and try to play an area, it is a good idea to use Wraith because her portal will give you that chance to get back to your team immediately before things go sideways. Like I said guys, Wraith is usually the one people associate sweaty players with, and because that's what she allows players to pull off. And if you're looking to get a little sweaty, she is the legend for you. Now next up is a legend that hasn't really been a meta pick before, but recently they have stepped into the limelight and showing just how useful they can actually be to teams. And yes, I'm talking about Loba. When Loba first came out, she was cool, but then some time passed, the honeymoon phase ended, and her kit just became underwhelming, and it did need some changes. But over the last couple of seasons, they have added a lot to her kit to optimize her. Her ultimate is strong longer, and her bracelet doesn't just randomly not allow you to travel. That was very annoying. Plus, now you can run while using her tactical, so you don't die when trying to escape, and that's always a bonus. Dying isn't fun. And right now, she is insanely strong at solo carrying teams, especially in ranked because of the access to loot she provides. Apex is an RNG game when it comes to loot. Sometimes RNGs smiles upon you and blesses you with purple armors and gold mags, but other times you get white armor and P2020s. However, with Loba, you can just flip the bird to RNG and stack the odds in your favor. You are able to loot some POIs entirely with one ultimate, and by doing that, you are making sure you and your team have the best gear possible. And I know that I can't be the only one who has 300 plus light ammo sometimes, and then 2 seconds later it's all gone. But with Loba, that isn't a problem. You can just easily refill whenever you need to. Loba is very strong right now, and with Stormpoint coming up next season, you'll definitely want to have her on your team or just try her out. And of course, I saved the best for last, and that is going to be my personal main, Bloodhound. Now, while Bloodhound doesn't have the same mobility as widely available to them as the other legends do, they do have their ultimate, and the speed boost from their ult makes them the second fastest running character, only slightly behind Octane. But while Bloodhound doesn't have the same mobility, they do make up for it with the information they get in fights. The scans Bloodhound can send out during those fights gives players a free wall hack, and if you have free wall hacks, you are able to tell exactly where a team is coming from and plan accordingly. I cannot tell you guys how many fights I've won with Bloodhound solely because I was able to pre-fire a door or hallway or just something like that. Bloodhound takes fights and makes them easy mode because you see everything you need to in order to win, making them easily one of the best solo carry legends the game has to offer right now. And guys, before you rush to the comments and ask about a certain legend that you play or anything along those lines, think back to what I said at the start of this video. Every legend has the capability to solo carry. Players do demonstrate that all the time. Every legend in the game has somebody that plays them that makes it look extremely easy and shows off just how powerful they can be. But the legends on this list just make it a little bit easier to solo carry. If you take someone like Watson, for example, in order to solo carry on them, you need to have really solid positioning and decent movement. But the legends on this list allow you to get away with some mistakes and make learning to solo carry a lot less stressful. If you miss position in a fight as Watson, you're probably going to die. But if you miss position using someone like Wraith, you can just use your tactical and get back to safety and kind of hit a reset button. So pick one of these that best fits your playstyle or you have the most fun on. Learn some tips and tricks about carrying and then move into a harder character that gives yourself more of a challenge. But with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did and you want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest Apex Legends tips, tricks, and news, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. We have a lot of amazing videos planned for Season 13 and you will not want to miss them. Thank you guys all for watching. Once again, I'm 8 Second Gaming and I will see you in the next one.